Subscribe our channel Top Stories CNN for latest news updates.
Sean Miller's comments, or no comments, on FBI investigation into NCAA recruiting. ESPN reported Friday that FBI wiretaps intercepted telephone conversations between Arizona coach Sean Miller and a key figure in the FBI's investigation into college basketball corruption, with Miller talking about paying $100,000 to ensure star player Deandre Ayton signed with the Wildcats. When the sports agent asked Miller if he should work with assistant coach Emanuel Richardson to finalize their agreement, Miller told the agent he should deal directly with him when it came to money. ESPN reported its sources said. The University of Arizona did not immediately reply to a request for comment Friday night. The 49-year-old coach has said very little about the FBI investigation publicly when questioned by reporters. It was issued a few days after his longtime assistant, Emanuel Richardson, was arrested on federal bribery and fraud charges. Richardson was accused of accepting $20,000 in bribes, purportedly to steer players to a particular management company when those players turned pro. Richardson has maintained through his attorney that he is not guilty. Miller's statement said, "I was devastated to learn last week of the allegations made against Emanuel Richardson. I have expressed to both University of Arizona President Dr. Robbins and our athletic director Dave Heek that I fully support the university's efforts to fully investigate these allegations. As the head basketball coach at the University of Arizona, I recognize my responsibility is not only to establish a culture of success on the basketball court and in the classroom, but as important, to promote and reinforce a culture of compliance. To the best of my ability, I have worked to demonstrate this over the past 8 years and will continue to do so as we move forward." At a media day in San Francisco in October, Miller stuck to a similar script. Asked about the responsibility a head coach has in knowing everything about his program, Miller said, "I'm going to stand by the statement that I've given." He had similar responses when asked if he had talked with the FBI or whether current Arizona players might face suspension. Miller's relationship with Richardson dates more than 10 years, aided Arizona on to Xavier. When asked by a reporter whether he had talked with Richardson recently, "I'm not able to share anything about that." Later that same month, at one of his first weekly press conferences since the scandal broke in Tucson, Miller was asked how he was holding up. He said, "I'm focused on our season right now. For us, we have a lot at stake as a basketball team." In the same press conference, he was later asked how he was focusing on basketball with the FBI investigation going on. "I just answered it when he asked me the same question." Miller was asked at a November 7 press conference how he was functioning with the FBI investigation hanging over his head. "Just doing the best that we can, trying to have the best season we can have." A reporter asked, "Coach, anything new you'd like to add about the investigation?" Miller replied, "No.